Have you ever just sat there and dreamed about leaving the whole 9 to 5 grind behind? That idea that your money could be out there working for you instead of the other way around? Well, that dream has a name. It's called living off interest. And in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly what that means and what it really takes to make it happen.
I mean, that's the ultimate question, isn't it? Could you, right now, today, just stop working and have enough income rolling in from your investments to cover everything forever? It's a massive goal, for sure, and honestly, the path to get there can be pretty confusing.
So, what are we really talking about when we say living off interest? Well, at its core, it's pretty simple. It means you've built up a big enough pot of money, that's your principal, that the earnings it spends off are enough for you to live on. The real key here is that you never have to dip into that original nest egg. You're just living off the fruit, not the tree.
Okay, so to make this whole thing happen, most people reach for the same set of financial tools. It's kind of like a traditional toolbox for retirement income. So let's open it up and see what's inside. What are the common ways people try to build this income stream? And here's the usual lineup. You've got your super safe stuff, right? Like savings accounts and CDs. Then you step up a bit to government and corporate bonds. And then you get into the options that have more growth potential, like stocks that pay out dividends and even real estate investment trusts. Each one of these has a very different job to do. Now, this slide really shows you that classic trade-off perfectly. On one hand, you've got things like savings accounts. I mean, they're incredibly safe, but let's be honest, the returns are often so low they can't even keep up with inflation. Then you have bonds, which can give you a steadier income stream, but their value can get knocked around when interest rates change. In both cases, that safety comes at a price. So you might think, okay, I'll take on a little more risk to get a better return. You might look at dividend stocks, which can give you both income and growth. But, and this is a big but, that income is never guaranteed. A company can slash its dividend anytime. The same goes for real estate investment trusts, or REITs. They might offer higher yields, but they are absolutely tied to the wild swings of the market.
And this right here brings us to the most critical part of this whole conversation. We've seen the tools in the toolbox, but what's the actual price tag on this dream? How much money does it really take to pull this off?
All right, so a really popular rule of thumb you'll hear about is the 4% rule. It's just a simple benchmark, really. You figure out how much income you want per year, you multiply that number by 25, and voila, that's the size of the nest egg you're supposed to need. The idea is that it should make your money last for the long haul.
So let's make this real. Let's put some numbers to it. Let's say you need about $3,000 a month to cover your bills and live comfortably. That's $36,000 a year. So using that 4% rule, what's the magic number? $900,000. Yeah. For a lot of people, that number is a real shock. And that's just to generate a pretty modest $3,000 a month. The big takeaway here is this is a serious financial mountain to climb. Okay, so what if we raise the stakes a bit? What if your goal is a more comfortable retirement? Maybe you're aiming for $80,000 a year. Enough to cover travel, your hobbies, and just have some real peace of mind. What's the number then? $2 million. That's your target. And you've got to remember, the 4% rule is just a guideline. It does absolutely nothing to protect you from the risk of a huge market downturn hitting right when you need that money the most. This chart really just drives the whole point home. If you follow that 4% guideline, just look at the bar on the left. Even with $500,000 saved up, you're only generating about $20,000 a year in income. To get to what most of us would call a comfortable living, you have to climb this ladder all the way to a massive pile of capital. So, if trying to live off the market is so difficult, and frankly so risky, is there a better way to do this? And the answer is yes. It's about shifting your entire strategy from just chasing returns to building a can't-fail income floor that you can absolutely 100% count on. This is the big idea, right here. Instead of throwing all your money into the market and just hoping for the best, you secure a baseline of income first. You build a floor that covers all your non-negotiable costs. We're talking housing, food, healthcare. This one simple shift changes the entire game. Now, the tool that gets this job done is often an annuity that has a feature called a guaranteed lifetime withdrawal benefit, or a GLWB. The easiest way to think about it is, it's like creating your own personal pension. It's a contractual promise to get a paycheck for as long as you live, no matter what the stock market is doing. And just look at this comparison. I mean, it couldn't be clearer. The traditional way leaves you with an income that's totally uncertain and you are fully exposed to market risk. For most people, that equals very low peace of mind. The income floor strategy just flips that on its head. Your essential income is guaranteed, it's protected, and that delivers an incredible amount of peace of mind.
And the benefits here are just so powerful. Of course, you get stability and protection, but here's my favorite part. By covering your essential bills, you actually free up the rest of your money. You can take what's left and invest it for growth with so much more confidence because you know your basic needs are already met, no matter what happens. Plus, a lot of these plans can be set up to cover your spouse, too. So, as you can see, the real path to living off your investments isn't just about saving up a giant pile of money and crossing your fingers. It's about being strategic. So let's talk about how you can create your own personal plan to do just that. It really just starts with 2 simple steps. First, you need to sit down and figure out the monthly income you absolutely must have to cover your essentials. What's your can't-fail number? And second, you need to find out exactly how much guaranteed income your existing savings could generate for you.
And the best part is, you do not have to guess about any of this. You can get a clear, personalized picture of what your financial future could look like. This isn't about some vague estimate. We're talking about seeing concrete, guaranteed numbers that are based specifically on you and your situation.
Here at The Annuity Expert, this is what we do all day, every day. We help people build these guaranteed income plans, and our services are always completely free. If you're ready to stop worrying about the market and start enjoying a retirement with an income you can count on, just give us a call for a free personalized comparison. The number is 770-755-1565, or you can find us online at annuityexpertadvice.com. It's time to take that first step towards true financial freedom.